Good morning, dear students. Welcome back to physics class. Today, the discussing topics are A. Application of law of cosines and law of sines, and B. Numerical part A. In the beginning of today's class, the part I am going to teach you is application of law of cosines and law of sines. In last class, you had studied about how to make the mathematical form of law of cosines and law of sines in vector. Let me discuss about the applications of law of cosines and law of sine now. The law of cosines is used to calculate the magnitude of resultant vector R of two vectors with a common origin in plane, and the law of sines is used to calculate the angle alpha by which the resultant vector are made with respect to any one of given two vectors. The law of sines is also used to calculate the direction theta of the resultant vector r. The law of sines is also used to calculate the direction of one vector made with respect to another one or angle theta between the direction of given two vectors. This slide gives the mathematical form of law of cosines and law of sines, and also gives the angle alpha or the direction by which the resultant vector r made with respect to any one of given two vectors, which is given by the expression tan alpha is equal to b sin theta divided by a plus b cos theta. And this slide shows how to calculate the direction of one vector made with respect to another one or angle theta between the directions of given two vectors, which is given by the expression sin theta is equal to r by b sin alpha, that is formed by using the law of sine. Let us discuss on the numerical part. Question number 1 is, on an open ground, a motorist follows a track that turns to his left by an angle of 60 degree after every 500 meter. Starting from a given turn, specify the displacement of the motorist at the third, fifth and eighth turn. Compare the magnitude of the displacement with the total path length covered by the motorist in each case. What should be the solution? As shown in given figure, let the motorist start from the point P. The motorist takes the third turn at the point S. So, the magnitude of the displacement, which is equal to PS, which is equal to PV plus Vs. From the parallelogram PV R cube, PV is opposite side to QR, then PV whose magnitude will be equal to the magnitude of QR, which is equal to 500 meter. Similarly, when you have formed the parallelogram UVST, then the magnitude of Vs will be equal to Ut. So, Vs is equal to 500 meter. Then the magnitude of his displacement Ps is equal to 500 meter plus 500 meter is equal to 1000 meter. What is the total path length? The total path length is equal to PQ plus QR plus RS, which is equal to 500 meter plus 500 meter plus 500 meter equal to 1500 meter. The motorist takes the sixth turn at the point P, which is the starting point. So, the magnitude of displacement will be equal to 0, as the initial point is in coincidence with the finishing point. Then the total path length will be equal to PQ plus QR plus RS plus ST plus TU plus UP, which is equal to 3000 meters. The motorist takes the eighth turn at the point R, then the magnitude of the displacement will be equal to PR. How can find the magnitude of the displacement PR, which is found by using the law of cosine. According to law of cosine, the magnitude of the resultant vector PR of the two vectors PV and PQ is equal to square root of PQ square plus PV square plus 2 into PQ into PV into cos theta, where theta be the angle between PQ and PV, which is equal to 60 degree. By substituting the values of PQ, PV and the theta, you get the magnitude of the displacement PR is equal to 866.03 meter. Then what should be the direction which is made by the resultant vector PR with respect to PQ? Let it be beta, which is the angle made by the direction of the resultant vector PR with respect to PQ, which is found by using this expression tan beta is equal to B sin theta divided by A plus B cos theta. Then beta is equal to tan inverse B sin theta divided by A plus B cos theta. Here PQ as A and PV as A. Then by substituting the values of A, B and theta, you get beta is equal to 30 degree. In this slide, I have given the values of sin 60 degree and cos 60 degree. Sin 60 degree is equal to root 3 by 2 and cos 60 degree is equal to 1 by 2. You can get the values of sin, cos and tan and the values of the reciprocal functions from the class tables that you can buy from the outside bookstall. Therefore, the magnitude of the displacement is 866.03 meter at an angle of 30 degree with the direction of the resultant vector PR. Then the total path length is equal to circumference of the hexagon PQRSTUP plus PQ plus QR is equal to 6 into 500 meter plus 500 meter plus 500 meter is equal to 4000 meter. The magnitude of displacement of the motorist and his total path length corresponding to the required turns is shown in the given table. Second question is, a motorboat is racing towards the north direction at the speed of 25 km per hour and the water current in that region is 10 km per hour in the direction of 60 degree east of south. Find the resultant velocity of the boat. What is its solution? As shown in given figure, the vector VB represents the velocity of the motorboat and the vector VC represents the water current. Using the parallelogram method of vector addition, the resultant vector R is obtained in the direction which is shown in the given figure. Since the water current is in the direction of 60 degree east of south, then the angle between the direction of the motorboat and the water current will be equal to 180 degree minus 60 degree, which is equal to 120 degree. Let theta be the angle between these two directions, then theta is equal to 120 degree. Let r be the resultant vector of the velocity of the motorboat and the velocity of the water current. Let alpha be the angle between the direction of this resultant vector r and the direction of the velocity of the motorboat. The angle between the direction of two velocities 25 km per hour and 10 km per hour is 120 degree. Then the magnitude of the resultant velocity is r is equal to square root of a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta, where a be the magnitude of the velocity of the motorboat and b be the magnitude of the velocity of the water current. By substituting the values of a, b and theta, we get the magnitude of the resultant velocity r is equal to 21.8 km per hour. Suppose the resultant vector r makes an angle alpha with the north direction, then tan alpha is equal to b sin theta divided by a plus b cos theta. By substituting the values of a, b and theta and also by taking alpha separately, alpha is equal to tan inverse 10 sin 120 divided by 25 plus 10 cos 120, which is equal to 23.4 degree. Here we have found the direction of the resultant vector with respect to the direction of the velocity of the motor boat. And third question is, an aircraft is flying at a height of 3400 meter above the ground if the angle subtended at a ground observation point by the aircraft positions 10 seconds apart is 30 degree. What is the speed of the aircraft? What is its solution? The positions of the observer and the aircraft are shown in the given figure. Let PQ be the change in positions of the aircraft in the time interval 10 seconds, or P and Q be the corresponding positions of the aircraft. Given that height of the aircraft from the ground OR is equal to 3400 meter, the angle subtended between the positions, which is angle POQ is equal to 30 degree and time taken is equal to 10 seconds. As shown in given figure, OR bisects PQ, then angle POR is equal to 30 degree by 2, which is equal to 15 degree. In the triangle PRO, tan 15 degree is equal to PR divided by OR. You know that tan theta is equal to opposite side divided by adjacent side. Here opposite side is PR and adjacent side is OR. Then PR is equal to OR into tan 15 degree, which is equal to 3400 into tan 15 degree. Since the triangle PRO is similar to the triangle RQO, so PR is equal to RQ, then PQ is equal to PR plus RQ, which is equal to 2PR is equal to 2 into 3400 into tan 15 degree, which is equal to 6800 into 0.268 is equal to 1822.4 meter, which is the distance traveled by the aircraft in the time t is equal to 10 seconds. So, the speed of the aircraft is equal to distance traveled divided by time taken, which is equal to 1822.4 by 10 is equal to 182.24 meter per second. Dear students, today's homework questions are given in this slide. Please, you have to work out these question answers by today itself. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.